The South African Communist Party's 5th Special National Congress is kicking off today. The 4-day event is being held in Boksburg and is anticipated to ventilate a number of issues, including the future of the party's alliance with the ANC. Watching developments at the Birchwood Hotel is SABC News reporter Ntlantla Kgatlhane, who joins us now live. And prominent there behind you, Ntlantla, on one of the banners is the face of Kgatlhane. I have no doubt the SACP has a lot on their plate when the gathering kicks off from today.
Yes, well, a very good day indeed. Diana coming to you right here from the Birchwood Hotel in Boksburg, where the SACP will meet in the next 4 days to just deliberate on the decision that they have taken. If you remember, and a couple of days ago, the party had a bilateral meeting, or should I say last week had a bilateral meeting with the ANC, and from there an announcement was made that the party going forward will contest the election. If you remember, these are two political parties that have worked together, not only under democracy, but during the liberation of the country or the fight for democracy. But now, since democracy came in, there has been sort of tension, just for a lack of a better word, whereby the SACP at some point came out saying that they felt that they were treated like children within the alliance. I mean, if you remember there, in 2007 the SACP came and engaged with the ANC with regards to what they coined a reconfiguration of the alliance, and that was like almost 17 years ago, but recently 2024 is one of those years that would, in the history of the country, remain to be very interesting with regards to politics. We saw there during the election ANC failing to get the majority votes from the people. That led to a government of national unity being formed, and the SACP came out there, raising concerns about the steps that was taken by, the ANC, saying that they felt there was a lack of proper consultation, and also coming out, not mincing their words, saying that they don't prefer a government of national unity that has the DA, saying that these two organizations in nature, they're different. As they said that one thing that must be looked into is the approach of the DA. When it came out, never mincing its word, that it wanted to topple the ANC, saying that, but how do you work with a political party that you don't even share any commonality when it comes to policies? But to talk to us with regards to the party's gathering is the spokesperson of the SACP, Dr. Alex Mashida. Thank you so much for your time. There's no more going back now. The decision has been made. Is this the first step where one can say you are divorcing the ANC?
We are not divorcing the ANC. Certainly we started the alliance, and we are not divorcing, and we are not leaving the alliance. We remain an alliance partner. The ANC remains our ally. We are not doing that. At the heart of this Special National Congress, looking at the past 17 years since the SACP resolved that the alliance needs to be reconfigured, is how this alliance, made up of two political organizations, a trade union movement and a civic organization, give expression in everything that it does to its composition. That includes policy direction and the collectives involved in implementing policy. If we go together and campaign for elections, then do we come together after the elections and say, comrades, these are the election results. How do we move together forward under the conditions given to us by the elections? It's clearly about what we call the principle of collective leadership. Remember, there is a program that brings us together. That program belongs to all of us. So we all have the responsibility to give it leadership and to be involved in implementing it. So the key question after 1994 is, how does the alliance give expression to its composition, whether in elections, whether in policy direction, whether in campaigns, whether in other activities?
You guys came out saying that the ANC is sold out. We heard the ANC that's cautioning the SACP about this decision. I know you just said that you're not divorcing the ANC or moving away from the alliance. They cautioned about this decision, saying that it will have implications. Talk to us with regards to that.
The decision has implications if the SACP goes ahead to implement it, as well as if the SACP does not go ahead to implement it. Understanding the implications, the ANC is the first alliance partner we tabled the decision to after the 2024 elections. To say there is this decision, we don't want to make it our business without your involvement in what you think, how we can go forward to implement it, because together we remain alliance partners. But to give the implications of the decision direction, in the SACP, the view that has emerged from the last Central Committee meeting held early this month is that this decision must contribute to the reconfiguration of the alliance. So that is the best implication, because implications cannot emerge unconsciously. They have to be guided, they have to be built, they have to be strategically implemented. So the most important implication that the SACP wishes to see is the reconfiguration of the alliance, including through and in how this decision will be implemented.
Do you feel betrayed by the ANC in the past 30 years of democracy?
Look, we met as alliance partners. We discussed words like betrayed, words like sell out, and we agreed in terms of the discourse we must use after our meeting. What is important is this. South Africa has 63 million people. Out of the 63 million people, we have a workforce in which 12.4 million are unemployed. Over half of our population lives under conditions of poverty. The majority of them in either way are women and Africans. As you know, there have been tensions regarding policy content and direction. We have not been getting things right. For the past 10 years, we have been meeting and say we are convening an alliance summit. That summit never took place until now. When we met early this month or late last month, we still reaffirmed that we need an alliance summit. So what is important is for us to implement what we agree upon.
Well, thank you so much. That was Dr. Alex Mashilo. Just with me on my left-hand side, I'm with the ANC national spokesperson, Mahlengi. The SACP seems to be forcing the reconfiguration of the alliance.
Well, this is a discussion that is ongoing, and the most important thing is that we are here as an ally of the South African Communist Party to lend support to this special national congress that is taking place from today. It is taking place in the context of a number of developments, both geopolitically as well as domestically. It is also taking place, this Congress, for the first time when South Africa has what is known as the Government of National Unity, whose constitution was a product of a lot of negotiation, since the African National Congress-led forces did not garner the outright majority. So obviously these are uncharted terrains, and we're looking forward to the debate at Congress. We're coming here with that spirit as the African National Congress. We're looking forward to the debate, including the discussion about the South African Communist Party going to contest elections into the future. I do wish to say that the South African Communist Party, formed in 1921, having been part of all the struggles that we can possibly imagine in the underground, in exile, in the international pillar of our struggle, in mass mobilization here at home, the party has been all the way part of the forces that created or were central in the architecture of our democracy that we see in South Africa today. It naturally, in the course of an alliance, there will be moments where you need to iron out a few things, both at the level of strategy as well as at the level of what we call our tactical approaches. The ANC works with other parties in the GNU. We're not in a coalition with the Democratic Alliance, and of course also the phenomenon of a government of national unity is not new to South Africa. We have worked with organizations such as the Inkatha Freedom Party way back when the government of national unity was constituted under President Mandela. But this particular government of national unity takes place under different conditions. So we are very much open to that engagement. We also know that a decision by the party to contest elections on its own will have far-reaching implications for the ground, for our base, because we share the same constituency. It will also have far-reaching implications for the mobilization capacity of both the SACP and the African National Congress. The party is not a trade union like COSATU, is a party of the working class. In other words, they are a political party, they are independent, they are well within their rights to articulate the positions that they do. We will not shy away from speaking about what this particular decision will mean in real terms for the prosecution of what we call the National Democratic Revolution in South Africa. We won't shy away from that particular debate because we are seeing it we may be seeing it from a different vantage point as the African National Congress. But that is a culture that we have cultivated alongside the party and other components of the alliance from time immemorial. We see nothing about a policy decision taken by our ally, which is an independent body. But we will engage furiously in the interest of us concluding the project of revolution, which is still underway.
1921, the SACP was founded. ANC was founded in 1912. That means the SACP is 103 years old. You are 112. 113, sorry. You guys share a very unique bond. And now this decision has been taken. Are you concerned?
We are concerned about the continuation of the relationship by this revolutionary alliance. We are concerned that at this point in history, we need to all work together to push back against policies, a number of which are neoliberal policies worldwide that will seek to undo the project of transformation and the changes that our people so yearn for, particularly policies that may have adverse impact on the lives of the working class and the poor, the most vulnerable in our communities, sectors such as women and children. So we are definitely concerned about this particular decision because it has huge organizational implications. Remember, the ANC exists in its branches, wall to wall, ward to ward. The party exists in its own branches as well. And of course, also there's dual membership. So we have to take all of those things into account when we embark on this particular debate. We do not see it as it has been punted in a number of media platforms as something that is catastrophic. We see it as an opportunity for us to look at how best do we strengthen the alliance. If the party so goes into contesting the elections, at that point, I'm sure the discussion and the debate would have been exhausted.
Well, that was the SACP spokesperson and the ANC spokesperson. Just talking to us with regards to what's going to be happening here. That was Mathengi, the ANC spokesperson, basically saying that they are concerned about in terms of where this path is going with regards to their old friend, the SACP.